What's up, Pisces? And welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, just know that I do have a playlist for Pisces. So that way, if you wanted to go over any of the older videos or current new ones, that you're able to do that. Also, if anything resonates and something says to you, oh, how does she know that? Um, Please like, subscribe, and comment on the content. It does help the content and me being able to tap into certain energies as well. Okay. Um, all right, Pisces. And then also, it may or may not, if it does not resonate, just know that you could look at your other placements so far as your rising, your moon, and your sun sign, as well as your opposite. Okay. All right, Pisces, let's jump into it. So you got catfish and deep fake for your two oracle cards, two of your oracle cards here. Um, be careful if you have some type of business. It could be, you could be an entrepreneur, or you could be somebody here that works on content online. Just be careful because you might have somebody here trying to catfish you. But I also get here as well, there's another side message here where with deepfake and catfish, you might be, somebody here is very disgusted by the artificial intelligence. All right, I don't know. You might be somebody here that likes animals. I specifically see like a cat and dog video where an individual is like upset over like AI animal videos. That might be one that might be triggering somebody here because it's like you're fed up with how people are just making videos, because it does get a little stupid and silly when people keep making silly videos. Um so that's one message there. Then we got untriggered, and then we got unbothered, and then we got triggered. Emotional reactions, unresolved wounds, facing past hurts. Why does this bother me? Pisces. Now you could be another water sign. It doesn't necessarily mean that you gotta be a Pisces. Okay, you are a water sign, so please check out Scorpio and Scorpio and Cancer. Okay, you could be somebody here with Scorpio placements. With triggered coming out, I feel like a lot of people here that wanted to trigger you, Pisces, or put you in predicaments here in the past, you're seeing the greed, you're seeing the selfishness, you're seeing how really, like, how materialistic they were in your energy, or just afar, like from a distance you were able to see this. You may be stepping back or choosing not to entertain yourself with drama because you're seeing people for who they are right now, Pisces. And I feel like you've always been the one to see how people are. But there's something here where it's rubbing you off the wrong way, Pisces, where with the Tower card here and the Nine of Cups in the reverse, it's like a lot of people that wanted to trigger you on purpose for an emotional reaction. Okay, that is true. Reactive abuse is true. It is real. Okay, you may have had a lot of people in the past, or maybe that you see that maybe you associate with them somehow, wanted to call some type of reaction for you because they thought it was funny, because they wanted to try to create some type of narrative for you that was not true, and they wanted to hold on to that narrative. There's a lot of people here that are going through some type of tower. It's in the reverse, but it's still a tower here, Pisces, because things are crumbling. People that once triggered you and wanted a reaction out of you are now going through some type of chaotic mess. A lot of collapses. You're seeing a lot of things are collapsing externally around you with people. Two of Swords here in the upright. It's coming out because people wanted to mentally confuse you. So that way, if you did step away from some type of situation or situations, that you would be questioning yourself. Okay? If you made that right choice. If you let them go, like, because these people feel like that you're not able to just let them go. When in reality, you can let go, Pisces. But You had to make you might be possibly feeling in the middle right now when it comes to making a decision to just let things be the way that it is. And I feel like that's exactly what it is. And with you making a choice to stay like with yourself and true to yourself and your character, things are going in your favor with the Wheel of Fortune in the upright. You're accepting some type of change that's going on here, Pisces. Somebody here is a smoker, okay? I have my incense on, but it's smoking so much, okay? You also might be going out this weekend. All right, I see somebody here might be going out and just having a good time, or just choosing to possibly just like maybe go for a walk, do things that you like to do. You might be outside more, okay? To get your head on straight, but also to just think about life, because you're realizing here that things change, people change, and it's like a cause and effects here. You do know that there's some type of a cause and effects. Now, you could be dealing with another water sign, you could be dealing with a fire sign or an air sign, but these three signs seem to be something here that's really relevant that's going on in your life, okay? With the Ten of Swords here in the reverse, you may have been betrayed by a very close friend or somebody that was once in your energy. It could have been a Gemini or any air sign. They may have been the reason why your life collapsed in the past, or if your life changed at some point. Like, if your life is not the same as it was last year or the few years ago or whatnot, this person might be the reason why your life has changed so much as it is right now. Okay? They may have betrayed you. You may have had a very painful ending with this person. Okay? Um, it's just, this is somebody here, whether that be family member, friend, or lover, that caused a lot of like disharmony within your life because this individual was not happy with themselves. With the Seven of Swords here, I've had this message for you, I think Pisces or somebody else, I forget, but this is very similar. This is going to confirm one of my, actually, this is a confirmation read. This is a confirmation read, possibly. Somebody here, because you're choosing to stick to who you are, Pisces, which is very important right now in a life, like in a world like this, where we don't have many truth tellers. We don't have many people here that stand up for others or just don't stay true to themselves because they feel like they got to put on a facade. Because you always stay true to yourself and you never change. You always been the same, whether people like you or not. Okay? You could be an asshole. You could be somebody here that it doesn't have a lot of like people that like them, but in a way, it's like people do gravitate towards your energy here, whoever you are, Pisces, because you stay true to yourself and you don't ever break character. It's something here about not breaking character, Pisces. You have an air sign. It could be more than one air sign, but I'm saying it could be more than one air sign, all right? One or two people. It could be one though. But I do see somebody floating around as well. That if you are put in a position where you were, like, if you don't have your freedom right now, if you don't have your freedom and you're dealing with some type of fucking punishment that is not yours, somebody here with the Seven of Swords is going to end up getting called. Because now it's, after all this nonsense, is their time to deal with some type of punishment. Is their time to now deal with the consequences of something that they did to you. This person's getting caught red-handed with doing something here to you that's been deemed as unfair. It could be many people, Pisces, but there's one in particular that somebody here is going to be dealing with consequences, Pisces, when it comes to with the Three of Pentacles here. In the past, it was in the upright where it was more like a teamwork effort for you to be somewhere where you don't feel like you don't have your freedom, possibly. Or like if you felt like your freedom was ever taken away, it was because at one point in time, the Three of Pentacles was possibly in the upright. Now it's in the reverse because there's nothing more that people can do to create something that is not realistic when it comes to Pisces. It was like some type of group effort in the past, and now some type of group is failing when it comes to you, Pisces. Now, if this is not your situation, this could be another water sign, this could be a fire sign, or it could be an air sign. It's something here where if it's not you, it could be for somebody else here that you're just watching the shit go down. You're watching. Let me get my other deck, Pisces. All right. What is this? Somebody here is going to have a revelation when it comes to some type of strategy, possibly. What is this air sign? Feel like they got it like that. That's going to get caught with some type of strategy or plan that they had towards Pisces, or a plan that possibly worked in the past but is no longer working. We got purging, Charlatan, and light worker. Somebody here went after a light worker. Somebody here went after a light worker. They could be a sex worker, possibly. Somebody could be a sex worker, whether that be whoever went after some type of light worker. You could be a light worker, the light worker, and they went after you. But I'm getting here, it might be a separate message other than you. Somebody here went after a light worker, and this person could have gotten accused for being possibly a sex worker, when in reality they're not. We got Charlatan here, a lot of fakes. That's why it's coming out, like fake stories about somebody, contract. Somebody may have put a contract over somebody's head, or the way there's some story that possibly got covered up and contracts were put out, possibly. Maybe there was a contract that was signed so that way nobody could talk. This person, whether that be you or somebody here that is this light worker, is choosing to focus on their mental health. Is choosing to focus on their mental health because they don't want to deal with this Pisces. This could be a past situation. I'm getting here that it's past because there's some type of revelation that's going on. There's some type of it could like system that is a strategy that is no longer working here, Pisces. It doesn't even need to be your story. This could be some type of energy that's going on here. Something here is now being revealed from the past, Pisces, that was on a hush. People are being seen for who they are. These people may have catfish either you or somebody you know. I'm getting here, it might not even be you, Pisces, or maybe this has something. It could be somebody that you were dealing with. Fake apologies. Now people want to have, because of betrayal, heavy betrayal. There is heavy ass betrayal here, Pisces. Recording. Somebody here has some type of recording on video. That's why there is a contract that is signed. There's some type of contract that was signed or put out on somebody here that's been recorded. This person's been recorded many times. There's heavy ass betrayal here, backstabbing, deceit, envy. This is envy regarding a feminine. So if you are masculine, this is strictly towards a feminine energy. This person might have dark hair. Fighting for what you love, claiming what's yours. Love is a battlefield. Keeping a promise and keeping you a secret, but it's more like keeping it a secret. Pisces, the reason why this is coming out, Pisces, your message is because people wanted to try to keep something on the hush. There's revelations that's going on in a lot of the situation is collapsing. Somebody here may have been trying to keep a narrative on somebody that is no longer available, because the story is drowning out, the situation is drowning out, and it's time for it to get out from under the water. I'm getting from spirit. So whoever was trying to, I don't know, it may not be you. I feel like this may be a situation that you're seeing, or this could be about you or somebody you know, but Pisces. That's like the main story right now, Pisces, with your energy. How about money? What is finances looking like for Pisces for this month? What is the finances looking like for Pisces for this month? You might be speaking up about a situation. We got to speak up here. Now, if you do work at your job, if you do have a job, you might be speaking out in regards to defending yourself when it comes to money, finances, maybe being treated maybe people have been treating you a certain way at work and you're really not feeling it, Pisces. Okay, it could be disrespect. It could be racism. Something with racism could be significant here, where you might feel like you're not being treated a certain way because of your skin color, all right? And because it is Black History Month, you could be African American, where you might be speaking up against some unfairness or being treated a certain way at your job, all right? What else? For finances. You got somebody here at your job that you may have friend zoned, or somebody here might be feeling like you friend zone them at work. This is somebody here that wants it's cuffing season. Maybe they just want to keep you around as an option, or it could just be temporary. You're back. Okay, we got bag secured and self-made. Right now you're not focusing on relationships or love right now, Pisces. You're focusing on your money, okay? But aside from that, I just see here that your money is going to be looking real good. Like you're saving up money. Somebody here is saving up money, all right? And you might actually be looking to expand. If you have a business, somebody here has a business at home or coming up with new ways to make money, you're going to find new ways to make money. I see here somebody here might become a delivery driver, or possibly looking for new methods at work. You might be speaking up in regards to extra money at work if you have a job, meaning more hours, or maybe coming up with some type of group effort to come up with like some new thing at work where people can make additional money. Something like that, where your bag and your money is looking good, but you might be speaking up in regards to some injustice at work, or just not being treated fair. All right. Or just maybe coming up with new ways with a team to make more money. Something like that. And then on top of that, you got somebody here that you friend zone that is looking for more, but you just looking to just chill. All right, Pisces, that's where we're going to leave it at. I'm not going to make this message too long. If it does resonate, or if you like the content, please like, subscribe, and comment on my content. Thank you.